Welcome to today's video. Yes, we're back with more PvP and we're covering again the big fight, and we've got basically straight out the gate massive open field war with GG and TA. So let's cover the second round of fights that occurred, and this is where after obviously GG wins that initial fight, they know, do you know what, we're not going to let them come all the way to the bridge. We're going to go over the bridge and we're going to meet them in the middle. So let's see how these two massive alliances go toe to toe and fight again in round 2 for zone 4. Hello guys, yes, smash like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, and we're here again with more PvP and TA and GG coming for round 2 in this monster mama jamma. And honestly, this is carnage, this second fight that comes up. We saw how the first couple of fights went with the little flying, you know, over the mountains, and then obviously the little bridge war that occurred. But do you know what? TA said we're going to get more troops. So that's what they did. They got more people online. There's more troops here than last time. And GG are so ready to throw down. And here we go. Off the gate, straight out. They're going to start fighting. And this is going to be chaos. And I know some of you guys, when we was watching this on the live stream, were joking that if this was on your mobile device right now, maybe it might have been dead by the end of it. Because it was so much overheating. So I hope you guys maybe need to turn down your settings. I don't know if that will help. I do apologize if you haven't got the greatest of phones, or maybe you know, this game needs a little bit more optimization, you know, when it comes to the graphics amount. But when we're looking into here now, we can see the differences again in the two alliances. You saw that GG83 more elongated in their spread, meaning obviously the area of effect damage that's going to come from the TA side isn't going to be as bad. However, the TA murder ball you saw was a lot more tighter, and we already know the tighter your murder ball is in Call of Dragons compared to other games, is actually worse, right? Because you're gonna maximize all of the area effect damage from skills, all the talents, or maybe even artifacts that they're running in the game, as well as behemoths, right? Behemoths do a lot of area of effect damage, so you are allowing all these different forms of mechanics in the game to hit you for maximum value. And I know a lot of you guys love maximum value. I love maximum value, but I don't want to give my enemies maximum value, right? So let's see if we can improve that. And we're going to look again at this structure. We're going to pause it here and break down, obviously, what we're seeing. Because here we've got the murder ball, and this is what we're talking about a really tight murder ball. We have this very tight murder ball here, and even if I'm just moving a little bit out of the way here, we can see the difference of how many troops, and this is going off screen now, are all together side by side. And yes, there's some TA guys here, but the difference in this is they're stragglers. That is the sad thing. There's so little troops here to justify it. So as you're going to see, these guys on the GG side are actually going to target these guys because these are out of position in their books. These players all here are basically 4 or 5 marches. And it's easy to kill these 4 or 5 marches that are out compared to trying to target a specific march out of the hundreds that are all on top of each other, right? And when you go towards this big murder ball here, they're going to punish you with obviously 100 times X on your march if they're all targeting you correctly, right? So this is the kind of the power of why you need to be in a murder ball, but the difference is being in a tight murder ball like TA is, you're going to allow GG here to maximize on, again, all of their area of effect damage. So, what can you learn from this? Obviously, elongate. I always say elongate. Make this, instead of, you know, a tight one, elongate, make it longer, you know, nice and easy, extrude it. You know what we're saying? We're trying to pull out some spicy words here in today's video, but when we're looking at this, you're going to see why I keep telling you guys in all of my videos here that hopefully you'll learn that these are the good sides and the bad sides of PvP, and hopefully you learn, because now we can see, if we pause it, again, the difference in the murder balls. So when we look at the GG murder ball here, we can see, and we're going to cut it again really fairly here compared to the TA murder ball, which is here. you can see there's TA guys that are outside of the murder ball, but more importantly, there is also GG guys. So you're going to see any of these players from TA target these guys, and again, any of these players target these guys. So it's very important you understand your position, you understand where your march is, and you need to know what your priorities are. Yeah, this might be a T5 player. However, T5 doesn't give you the ability to play badly. That just gives you an ego boost, right? And if you play badly, guess what? These guys are going to murder you and make you waste stamina. And that is the one big issue in Call of Dragons gameplay, right? And that is kind of the thing that would dictate the war, right? Stamina. If you can use your one march to kill 2, 3, 4 marches of your opponents, and then you die, and then you come back, that is insane value, right? You're going to hopefully outbeat your opponents because they're going to run out of stamina, and you should be able to obviously overtake them because you've beaten them in the stamina race. Troops, I wouldn't say in this stage and in certain kingdoms isn't an issue. Troops, you know, you're going to have so many troops. Even building up to this, you could be grinding merits to get the free elixir to be purposely fighting for as long as possible in this, as well as getting the merits during the fight, right? So there's so much you could be doing here. So we're not going to talk about the troops at the moment, but we are going to talk about the stamina because that is important. Stamina is what would dictate a lot of the fighting here, right? And you got to remember, you can gain stamina buffs through the runic statues. You have the runic statue in your favor, you're going to be regenerating your stamina more so you can keep going compared to obviously your enemies. So now when we're looking at these two guys again, we can see now TA actually have a really nice line, right? They had a really nice line set up there, and they actually elongated compared to that tight murder ball. Don't get me wrong, it's still got quite a lot of tight players, but you can still see there's some of these players that are wanting to elongate here, and now looking as we're circling their marches, you can see them that they're looking more like they're out of position. And this is because, again, we don't have any of the troops from the main murder ball, as we were showcasing with the arrows, moving across to support that extra, you know, length in the murder ball. And by doing this, you can actually basically target from left to right. You can just keep going and just, you know, mow down one at a time. And it's a nice, easy targeting system. Anyone can do this. It's a very basic way of doing it, working from left to right or right to left, you know. So we've got some craziness here, and we've got even Tyrion just showcasing and sending us some nice little coordinates during the fight, saying, look, we're going to be fighting here. And I'm like, don't worry, dude, we're fighting, you know, I've got you covered. So I know later on, maybe in another video, who knows, I might make a little special one if I can find some footage of individual players, and we can showcase like some TA like leaders that I saw, like Tyrion fighting in there, and some even like TM members like Cherry fighting, some GG guys like Megalodon and Drow, even Hulkden, right? We can try and make hopefully a special video if I can capture these guys, do their little bits, do what they do on the open field. It'd be a really fun video, I think, as well. But here we can see GG addressing the TA push, and TA looking very, very strong, right? Looking very, very strong here, and they were pushing with EXG in a massive union to obviously take down GG. So if we move forward here, we can see that GG basically moving back and repositioning more closer to their flag, where they're in a better position, they believe, to be fighting. So what you're going to see here is this reposition and basically re-engage from the GG83 guys onto the TA alliance. So if we skip ahead here, this is where TA now are holding the line, GG are holding the line, and it's either GG wins or TA wins. And if TA wins here, obviously it's going to be absolutely detrimental to the GG alliance, because why? They're going to be able to walk straight forward because they're so close to the GG83 flag and decimate all of the builders and basically delay the push advantage GG83 originally had, that we saw in obviously episode 1 or part 1 of this war, if you've been following it along with me in this series guide. So it's very important for GG to basically protect this flag and keep that advantage of their flags building quicker and first compared to the TA guys, right? So hope you understand that is what is at stake here. This is what's on the table. It's quite in-depth. It's quite advanced, I know. And you might not think it just from watching this very crazy fight in this open field scenario, right? So, as you can see, TA pushing forward, GG obviously defending, doing a really good job. And the thing is, what I will say, and we'll pause it here, I honestly think GG are kind of in a bad position, I'm going to be honest. Why? Because you can imagine this nasty mountain, right? This nasty mountain allows, technically, even GG can use it, but it allows the TA members to have technically a flying squadron on here, and they could be targeting you guys down. And as you guys know, if we went and drew a little line like this, this is kind of the barrier of the mountain. So you are forced, as you can see, to fight in this little area, right? So because you're in this little area here, it's very tight, and we don't like tight. I hope you've understood that as a consensus to today's video, right? We don't like tight areas when we're fighting in Call of Dragons. So here is basically the potential chance that TA could do some massive area of effect damage, right? And I think GG recognize it, right? And I think GG basically needs to refresh the troops, which you can see some of them doing. You can see them slowly refreshing the troops and getting back into the fight. And here with that refresh, I don't think TA realized it, and it's caught catching them slowly off guard. And as we skip forward here, you're gonna start seeing this GG ball, look, inch by inch. And if we just skip it back just to showcase it again, these guys were horizontal, and now within a couple of minutes you can see this murder ball starting to angle, and it's moving up. It's moving up and around. It's moving even further up now, and TA are losing massive amount of troops because of that refresh that the GG guys were doing during that massive fight. So honestly, I want to say really good work from GG. They recognized what they needed to do. They were secretly doing it with the refreshes, and they understood if we get this off, obviously more troops being here, we're gonna absolutely punish the TA members, and that is exactly what they did here in round 2. And TA basically run back home. They need to go back and basically not lose troops, because again, you don't want to waste troops. I'm not gonna obviously fault TA for doing this, because again, TA, and we're gonna just look at Tyrion here sending a report on some of the fighting that he did during that. You know, he got 52.4k merits with cavalry during that stage. So it was crazy to see, you know. And like I said, I don't want to fault anyone for this, right? The fact that TA are falling back, it's the correct decision. Why would you waste troops, loot, fill up your hospitals more, and get 0 merits for it, right? You need to play smart, not stupid. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. That was round 2 of GG83 versus the boys in TA with Sky, EXG and EXL, because yes, it is a 1v4 basically situation in this area here. So with all of that, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Smash a like, comment and subscribe, guys, and until next time, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.